So here we'll discuss about lead systems. So to record ECG, 12 electrodes connected to the body of the patient. So the leads are electrodes which measure the difference in electric potential between either two different points of the body, one point on the body and virtual reference point with zero electrical potential. The classification is standard limb leads, augmented limb leads, precordial leads. Standard limb lead or bipolar limb lead, that is lead 1, lead 2, lead 3, which is used to display a graph of potential difference recorded between two limbs at a time. So in these leads, one limb carries a positive electrode, other limb carries a negative one. So Einthoven's equivalent triangle at the right arm, left arm and left leg. So in the diagram you can see lead 1, lead 2, lead 3. Lead 1 positive electrodes LA and negative electrodes RA. Lead 2 LL and RA, and lead 3 LL and LA. So lead 1, lead 2, lead 3. Positive electrode on left arm, negative electrode on right arm. Lead 2 is right arm with positive and left foot with negative electrode. Lead 3 is positive pole on left foot and negative pole on the left hand. The Einthoven triangle is the lymph nodes of right arm, left arm and left leg. So it is defining the time bipolar leads. That is, instant of cardiac cycle, the electrical axis of the heart can be represented by two-dimensional vector. So he proposed that electric field of the heart could be represented diagrammatically as a triangle. So this triangle is known as Einthoven triangle. The sides of the triangle represent the lines along which three projections of the ECG vector are measured. Augmented limb electrodes. It is unipolar AVR, AVL and AVF. The limb leads of two of limb leads are tied together and recorded with respect to third limb. So in the lead identified as AVR, the right arm is recorded with respect to a reference established by joining the left arm and left leg electrodes. In AVL lead, the left arm is recorded with respect to common junction of the right arm and left leg. In the AVF lead, the left leg is recorded with respect to the two arm electrodes tied together. They are also called as augmented leads. So here is the lead and the positive electrode connections, and the lead connections are given for augmented limb leads. Next is the precordial leads V1 to V6. That is precordial leads. The second type of unipolar lead is precordial lead. It employs exploring electrode to record the potential of the heart action on the chest at 6 different positions. So here is the diagram. That is V1 is the fourth intercostal space at right external margin. So like this, six cases. Recorder methods. So here the recorder is required in any instrumentation system to record data which can be acquired. Two types: analog recorder, digital recorder. Analog recorder, graphic and oscillographic magnetic tape recorder comes under analog recorders. Digital recorders means paper movers. There is a small recording elements under which the paper moves, and the stylus in the digital recorder is large amount of fixed style. Analog as well as digital signals can be processed. In the case with analog signal, sampling and digitization are part of recording process. Strip chart recorder. It consists of a long strip of chart paper which can move vertically, and a drive system to move the chart paper at some selected speed, and a range selector switch to limit the horizontal move of the stylus. An electric stepper motor is used for driving the strip chart paper. There are many ways to move the stylus. That is ink filled stylus, heated stylus, chopper bars, electric stylus marking, optimal marking. An ink filled stylus contains a capillary connection between the pen and the ink reservoir. The optical stylus uses a beam of light to write on photosensitive paper. Next is the galvanometric recorder. The principle of working is when a current flows as per the input signal through a coil kept in the strong magnetic field, the coil with a pen or stylus deflects proportionally to the input quantity. three forces: deflecting force, controlling force, and damping force. The chart paper is driven at a constant speed by electric or stepper motor. The ink recording method is widely used, in which the pen or stylus marks on the moving chart paper. The demerits is low impedance and limited sensitivity. Next is the ultraviolet recorder. This can record events with frequencies in the range of 0 to several Hz. The ultraviolet recorder consists of a number of moving coils mounted in a single magnetic block. So the ultraviolet light is projected on the paper with the help of mirror attached to each coil, and it is deflected by the mirror in proportion to the deflection of the coil. So the moving ultraviolet light falling on the moving light sensitive papers forms a trace of variation of input signal on the paper. So after recording, the ultraviolet sensitive paper has to be chemically treated before any storage. Next is the inkjet recorder. The principle of working inkjet recorder is very fine. Inkjet is made to the physiological events or signals. So it has a gas capillary tube placed between the poles of the electromagnet, and the coil of the electromagnet is connected to the amplified physiological signals, and the variation of current corresponding to the psychological signals in the electromagnetic coil produced a varying magnetic field in which it interacts with the field of the cylindrical magnet attached to the capillary. The capillary tube is supplied with the ink at high pressure, and the ink comes out of the nozzle provided on the capillary tube in the form of jet. So as it does not have any stylus, it can work at much high frequencies. Thank you.